There is a reference of the court, if I may hand out the original signed affidavit so that the court can be able to follow
yes,
the proceedings. With your leave, Your Worship, if I may proceed.
Yes, you may proceed.
Thank you. In the Magistrate Court for the Regional Division of Tshwane, held at Pretoria, case number B300 of 2026, in the matter between Fannie Nkosi, Fannie Ezekiel, who is the applicant, and the state, who is the respondent. This is a statement that is prepared in terms of the provisions of Section 6011 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. I, the unassigned Nkosi Fannie Ezekiel, do hereby make oath and state that I am an adult male South African citizen, born on 11th of September 1982, with identity number 820911576680. I am the applicant in this application, in which I seek from this honorable court to be released on bail. I respectfully submit, as I will demonstrate herein, that the interests of justice permit my release on bail. In any event, the dictates of fairness and justice in view of particular facts herein warrant that I should not be deprived of my liberty and that I should be released on bail. I make this affidavit on my own free will and have not in any way been unduly influenced to depose thereto. The facts herein contained, save where expressly indicated to the contrary, are within my personal knowledge and belief are both true and correct. Charges against me. I have been informed of all the charges against me: of defeating the ends of justice, theft, possession of unlicensed fire of ammunition, and possession of stun grenades, and I will be pleading not guilty on the charges against me. At the provisions of Section 6011 of Act 51 of 1977. The purpose of this affidavit is to provide the above honorable court with my personal circumstances and to address the allegations leveled against me insofar as they are known to me, as well as to address the factors to be considered by the above honorable court as contained in Section 64 to Section 69 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. I have been advised and I understand that I bear the burden to show that the interests of justice permit my release on bail and that I'm obliged to initiate this application. I fail to understand how I could be charged with defeating the ends of justice, theft, possession of unlicensed ammunition, and possession of stun grenade, as was indicated to me at Pretoria North Police Station by the investigating officer and various police officers that executed the warrant of search and seizure and eventually my arrest and detention, as I did not commit any of these offenses. However, I will put factors before the above honorable court to show that it is in the interests of justice to permit my release on bail. I contend that the state and prosecution will not be able to present any objective facts that I committed the defeating the ends of justice, theft, possession of unlicensed ammunition, and the possession of stun grenade, as these charges are merely fabricated against me. At the applicant's personal circumstances. I have been advised and I understand that I bear the burden to show that the interests of justice permit my release on bail and that I'm obliged to initiate this application. I fail to understand how I could be charged with defeating the ends of justice, theft, possession of unlicensed ammunition, and possession of stun grenade, as was indicated to me at Pretoria North Police Station by the investigating officer and various police officers that executed the warrant of search and seizure and eventually my arrest and detention, as I did not commit any of these offenses. However, I will put factors before the above honorable court to show that it is in the interests of justice to permit my release on bail. I contend that the state and prosecution will not be able to present any objective facts that I committed the defeating the ends of justice, theft, possession of unlicensed ammunition, and the possession of stun grenade, as these charges are merely fabricated against me. And the applicants are personal circumstances. I'm an adult male employed as a sergeant at South African Police Services, and I reside at House 67, Pankata Street, Dorandia, Pretoria North, Gauteng Province. I was born on the 11th of September 1982 in the Republic of South Africa, and I have resided in the Republic of South Africa all my life. Although I have traveled overseas on holiday, I regard South Africa as a permanent place of abode, and I have no intentions to relocate to another country, as I love my country. I am married in commutative property to Elizabeth Nkosi, who was born on 15 May 1981 with identity number 810515070888. And my wife and I have a child that was born out of our marriage relationship, namely Sizo Dlali, who was born on the 3rd of January 2018 with identity number 18010359398081. I confirm that I do not have any relatives outside the Republic of South Africa, nor I have business or assets outside the Republic of South Africa, and I do not conduct business outside the Republic of South Africa, and I am not a flight risk. My wife and I jointly own immovable assets in the Republic of South Africa within the above honorable court's jurisdiction, which is the following: the immovable property in which I currently reside at number 67, Panchata Road, Dorandia, Pretoria North, the property in Gauteng Province. And it is encumbered by a mortgage bond in the amount of approximately 1,500,000 rand, and I'm currently paying a mortgage bond of 7,500 per month on monthly basis. I own immovable assets comprised of household furniture and effects and a motor vehicle, which are valued in excess of 500,000 rand. My friends and family reside in the Republic of South Africa. My professional occupation currently provides me with a monthly income of 16,500 rand. I've never been convicted of any criminal offenses, either in the Republic of South Africa or elsewhere. There are no outstanding cases other than the present being investigated against me by the members of South African Police Services. At the merits of the charges against the applicant, my legal representatives have explained that the provision of Section 6011 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977, and I respectfully make the following submissions in this regard. I have been informed that I'm accused of having committed the offenses of defeating the ends of justice, theft, contravention of Firearm Act, possession of unlicensed ammunition, and possession of stun grenades, and I deny the aforesaid allegations in the stronger terms. I am advised that I do not have to deal with the merits of the case for the purposes of the bail application. However, I believe that it is appropriate to deal with the merits in this application, particularly in view of how the state portrays the charges against me. I will deal with the allegations leveled against me by the state insofar as they are known to me, and demonstrate to the above honorable court that the charges against me have been fabricated and made in order to frustrate me and place me in hardship as far as the issues pertaining to the internal disciplinary hearing against me and what has transpired in Madlanga Commission. The state has charged me with the contravention of Section 120, subsection 8A of the Firearms Control Act 60 of 2000, in that I failed to lock away my firearms in a prescribed safe, strong room, or device for safekeeping when those firearms were not in my possession or control, and I deny these allegations in the strongest terms. The firearms that were taken by the police who came and searched my house on the search warrant are all licensed firearms, and I was issued with a license and a permit to be in lawful possession of those firearms. On 2nd April 2026, the members of South African Police Services under the National Task Team came to my property and presented me with a search warrant which authorized them to search and seize firearms, ammunition, firearm licenses, permits or authorizations, safes and firearm storage facilities, and any documentation relating to the possession, storage, or control of firearms. Upon their arrival, the members of South African Police Services under National Task Team fiddled with the cameras in my property, and as a result, at the time when they were in my property, the cameras were not working as they had switched them off.